Hey, what's up everybody, Dr. Mike here. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. Today we're talking about vitamin B12 deficiency, something that seems pretty common these days. A lot of people are walking around with low B12 and they don't even realize it. We're gonna go over 7 signs and symptoms that you might be one of them. And don't worry, if you are deficient, we're also gonna cover how you can fix it. So make sure you stick around until the end for that. Let's jump right in. Alright, let's talk about the first sign of a possible B12 deficiency, and that's feeling tired all the time. I'm not talking about your regular, oh man, I had a long day kind of tired. I'm talking about that exhaustion that just seems to seep into your bones. That feeling of just being completely drained, no matter how much sleep you get. You see, B12 plays a vital role in energy production. It's like a key that unlocks the energy stored in the food you eat. Without enough B12, your body simply can't convert that food into usable energy as efficiently. Think of it like trying to run your car on fumes. It might sputter along for a bit, but eventually, it's going to come to a grinding halt. One of the main ways B12 contributes to energy production is through its role in red blood cell formation. Now, red blood cells are like the delivery trucks of your body. They're responsible for transporting oxygen from your lungs to every single cell. And guess what those cells need to function properly? You got it, oxygen. So when you're low on B12, you're essentially running low on these delivery trucks. Your cells aren't getting the oxygen they need, and as a result, you feel that constant fatigue, that lack of energy, that feeling of just being completely wiped out. It's like your body's telling you, hey, I need more B12 to keep this energy train running. So, if you're constantly feeling exhausted, even after a good night's sleep, it might be worth getting your B12 levels checked. The second sign we're going to talk about might sound a little strange, but trust me, it's important. We're talking about unusual sensations like tingling, numbness, or that pins and needles feeling, especially in your hands and feet. You know that feeling when your foot falls asleep and you get that tingling sensation as the blood flow returns. Now imagine feeling that, but without the foot falling asleep part, and it just kind of lingers. Not a pleasant experience, right? Well, this can be a sign of nerve damage, and unfortunately B12 deficiency is known to cause nerve problems. See, B12 is crucial for maintaining the protective covering, called the myelin sheath, that surrounds your nerves. Think of the myelin sheath as the insulation around an electrical wire. Without proper insulation, those electrical signals can get disrupted, leading to all sorts of problems. In the case of your nerves, damaged myelin can lead to those weird sensations of tingling, numbness, or even burning. You might also experience muscle weakness, problems with balance, or difficulty walking. These symptoms usually start gradually and might come and go at first, but if left untreated, they can worsen over time and even become permanent. So, if you're experiencing any of these strange sensations, especially if they're persistent, it's crucial to get your B12 levels checked as soon as possible. Let's move on to the third sign, which is a bit more noticeable than the previous ones. Have you ever felt unsteady on your feet, like you're a little off balance? Maybe you've stumbled a couple of times for seemingly no reason, or you feel like you're walking on uneven ground even when you're on a perfectly flat surface. If any of this sounds familiar, it could be another sign that you're low on B12. As we discussed earlier, B12 is vital for maintaining healthy nerves, and those nerves play a crucial role in balance and coordination. When your nerves aren't functioning optimally due to a B12 deficiency, the signals between your brain and your muscles can get disrupted. This can lead to problems with coordination, making you feel unsteady on your feet and increasing your risk of falls. Imagine trying to walk on a tightrope with a faulty safety net. You'd probably feel pretty unsteady and off balance, right? That's kind of what's happening when your nerves are affected by a B12 deficiency. Now, you don't have to be walking on a tightrope to experience these balance issues. It can happen while you're walking down the street, climbing stairs, or even just standing up from a chair. If you're noticing these signs, don't ignore them. It's important to address the root cause of the problem, which could very well be a B12 deficiency. Now let's talk about a sign that can be particularly concerning, especially for us as we get older. We're talking about memory problems. We've all had those moments where we forget where we put our keys or can't remember someone's name. But if you're experiencing frequent memory lapses, brain fog, or difficulty concentrating, it could be a sign of a B12 deficiency. You see, B12 plays a vital role in brain health and cognitive function. It's involved in the production of neurotransmitters, which are the chemical messengers that allow your brain cells to communicate with each other. When your B12 levels are low, this communication can become disrupted, leading to problems with memory, focus, and overall cognitive performance. Think of it like this. Your brain is like a complex computer network, and B12 is like the internet connection. When the internet connection is slow or unreliable, everything slows down, you get error messages, and it becomes difficult to get anything done. Similarly, when your B12 levels are low, your brain's processing speed slows down, you might experience memory glitches, and it becomes harder to concentrate and think clearly. So, if you're finding it hard to remember things, you're feeling foggy-headed, or you're just not as sharp as you used to be, don't brush it off as just a sign of aging. We touched on brain fog a little in the last section, but it's such a common and debilitating symptom of B12 deficiency that it deserves its own chapter. Brain fog isn't just about forgetting things, it's a feeling of mental sluggishness, a lack of clarity, like your brain is stuck in a dense fog and you can't quite think straight. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling like you're trapped in a dream. You're moving through a haze, your thoughts are muddled, and you can't seem to shake off the feeling of mental exhaustion. That's the essence of brain fog. This feeling of mental cloudiness can make it incredibly difficult to focus, concentrate, or even hold a simple conversation. You might find yourself rereading the same sentence over and over again, struggling to come up with the right words, or feeling easily distracted. As we discussed, B12 is crucial for healthy brain function, and a deficiency can significantly impact your cognitive abilities, including your mental clarity and focus. When your brain isn't getting the B12 it needs, it's like trying to run a high-powered machine on low battery. You might be able to keep it going for a while, but eventually it's going to start sputtering and malfunctioning. So if you're constantly battling brain fog, feeling mentally exhausted or struggling to think clearly, it's crucial to consider the possibility of a B12 deficiency. Now let's talk about the impact of B12 deficiency on your mental health. You might not realize it, but there's a strong connection between B12 levels and your mood. When your B12 levels are low, it can significantly affect your emotional well-being, leading to mood swings, irritability, anxiety, and even depression. You see, B12 plays a crucial role in the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are often referred to as the feel-good chemicals in your brain. These neurotransmitters help regulate your mood, sleep, appetite, and overall sense of well-being. When your B12 levels are low, the production of these essential neurotransmitters can be disrupted, leading to imbalances that can manifest as mood swings, anxiety, irritability, and even depression. Imagine your emotions as a finely tuned orchestra. Each instrument represents a different neurotransmitter, and they all need to be in harmony to create a beautiful melody. However, when one instrument is out of tune or missing altogether, it throws off the entire orchestra, resulting in a discordant and unpleasant sound. Similarly, when your neurotransmitter levels are out of balance due to a B12 deficiency, it can create emotional chaos, leading to mood swings, anxiety, and a general feeling of unease. So, if you're experiencing unexplained changes in your mood, increased anxiety, or symptoms of depression, it's crucial to consider the possibility of a B12 deficiency. Finally, let's talk about a less commonly known sign of B12 deficiency, but one that's still important to be aware of, and that's poor oral health. You might be wondering what your mouth has to do with B12, but the connection is actually quite significant. B12 plays a crucial role in cell growth and regeneration, including the cells in your mouth and tongue. When your B12 levels are low, it can affect the health of these cells, leading to a range of oral health problems. One of the most common oral symptoms of B12 deficiency is glossitis, which is inflammation of the tongue. Glossitis can cause your tongue to become swollen, tender, and smooth, and it might change color, appearing pale or even fiery red. Another common symptom is mouth ulcers, also known as canker sores. These small, painful sores can develop on your tongue, gums, or the inside of your cheeks, making it uncomfortable to eat, drink, or even talk. You might also experience a burning sensation in your mouth, especially on your tongue, or a condition called angular cheilitis, which causes redness, cracking, and pain at the corners of your mouth. While these oral health problems can have various causes, if you're experiencing them along with other symptoms of B12 deficiency, it's essential to get your levels checked. So, there you have it guys, 7 signs that you might be low in B12. Remember, if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it's important to talk to your doctor to get diagnosed and treated. B12 deficiency is a serious condition, but the good news is that it's usually very treatable with supplements or dietary changes. Don't ignore these signs, take charge of your health, and get your B12 levels checked. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.